For the last 6 years, I've run a boutique catering company in Atlanta. It started in my home kitchen, but through endless 80-hour work weeks, it grew into a thriving business with 8 full-time employees and 2 commercial vans. My husband, Mark, works as a mid-level accountant. Because of his financial background, I trusted him entirely to manage my company's payroll and tax filings while I focused on clients and kitchen operations. 3 weeks ago, my primary food distributor called me directly. The manager sounded uncomfortable and told me that our monthly $12,000 inventory payment had bounced and that our account was officially frozen until it was settled. I was baffled. Our business account had a standing balance of over $110,000 just last month. I immediately opened my banking app, assuming there was an administrative error. My heart sank into my stomach. The balance showed $1,400. I sped to the bank in a cold sweat, thinking we were victims of major identity theft. But when the bank manager pulled up the internal transfer records, the truth was 10 times worse. Over the last 8 months, dozens of routine transfers, ranging from $2,000 to $10,000, had been made directly from my business payroll account into a private personal checking account under Mark's name. Over $85,000 was completely gone. When I confronted Mark at home that evening, he broke down, sobbing. He confessed that a colleague introduced him to offshore crypto trading and leverage gambling a year ago. He lost his own savings first, got hooked on trying to win it back, and then began siphon funding his addiction directly out of my company's operating capital. He didn't just steal from me, he put my business on the brink of bankruptcy, risked my employees' paychecks, and left us owing over $15,000 in back taxes that he claimed he had already paid to the IRS. When I told him I was transferring my business accounts to a new bank, hiring a forensic auditor, and consulting a divorce attorney, Mark panicked. He begged me for a second chance, promising he'd go to therapy and work a second job to pay back every cent. Then his parents stepped in. Instead of holding Mark accountable, my mother-in-law cornered me at my office. She argued that because Georgia is a marital property state, Mark technically owned half the business anyway, so calling it stealing was unfair. She even offered to cover $20,000 of the debt on the condition that I sign a legal waiver agreeing not to file for divorce or report Mark for financial fraud. I refused her money and handed Mark his eviction notice from our apartment the very next day. Now, Mark's family is blasting me on social media, claiming I abandoned my husband during a mental health crisis and that I care more about money than my marriage vows. Meanwhile, I'm working 90-hour weeks just to keep my business afloat and pay my staff. So friends, am I the bad guy for walking away and pursuing legal action, or was his financial betrayal the point of no return?